And in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we want to spotlight a young cancer survivor in our area who found all the love and support she needed at work.
Kristin Harris loves working here at the collegiate school in Richmond, where she runs the high school program and teaches seniors. But when she was diagnosed with breast cancer last year, Harris learned a valuable lesson from her students.
They taught me about resilience, about love. When you love them, they absolutely love you back. And hope. There's a lot of hope.
Hope in what seemed like a hopeless situation. At 32 years old, Harris was dealing with stage 3 breast cancer. Doctors discovered a 5.5 centimeter tumor and started aggressive treatment. With no relatives in town, her co-workers and students at Collegiate became her second family.
My students became my joy. They were a reason to get up every day, something to look forward to. They made me laugh on days when I couldn't have imagined that was possible, and yet I forgot about cancer in the midst of it so often.
And as if providing meals and rides to treatment weren't enough, the seniors in her seminar class came together and created a fundraising project called Positively Pink, the Harris Project.
They designed original t-shirts and sold them at our Village Green Fair and several other events, and sent me pictures. They had a blog.
Through the power of social media and grassroots fundraising, the students raised $10,000 for breast cancer research. During one of the most challenging times of Harris's life, her students showed her what it truly means to be a family.
It's all of the kids who worked on the Positively Pink project actually graduated last year, so we weren't able to chat with them, but they definitely made a lasting impact.
What an inspiring story. Like Harris, more younger women are being diagnosed with breast cancer. Coming up at 6, we're going to take a closer look at how she detected the disease. That's the important part.
Yes.
And what advice her doctor has for you. So inspiring what she's talking about there, that she forgot she had cancer because of all the support she had from the community.
Yeah, awesome interview. It was so nice to meet her. Of course, we have much more of her story and much more news coming up next on Good Morning Richmond. In the U.S., 1 in 8 women will develop invasive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime, and more younger women are being diagnosed. Women like Kristin Harris, who's a teacher at the collegiate school.
For Kristin Harris, breast cancer could have been a death sentence. Her mom passed away from the disease 8 years ago. And last March, at 32 years old, Harris became the 4th generation in her family to be diagnosed with the same type of hereditary cancer. But thanks to aggressive, targeted therapy, Harris has hope.
I am the 1st generation in my family that has a very real chance of surviving this.
When one of Harris's breasts felt weird, she called her radiologist, Dr. Ellen Shaw de Paredes, to see if that was a good enough reason to come in for a visit.
Her response was, "You know your body better than anyone. If you think there's something different, come on in. We'll check it out." And it turned out that I had a 5.5 centimeter tumor at that point.
That was stage 3 cancer. And more women like Harris are battling breast cancer at a young age.
We see in our practice certainly many women in their 30s and even occasionally in their 20s with breast cancer.
In most of these cases, the cancer runs in the family. And as with Harris, detecting the tumor can be tricky. That's because younger women tend to have dense breast tissue, and routine mammograms won't always detect cancer. So MRIs can work better for this age group.
Certainly MRI is more sensitive in finding breast cancer in women of any age, but particularly in women with dense breasts or younger patients.
If breast cancer runs in your family, the American Cancer Society recommends that you have a regular MRI along with a mammogram each year, starting 10 years earlier than the age of your relative's diagnosis. So if your mom or sister was diagnosed at 35 years old, you should start routine testing at 25. For the past 18 months, Harris has gone through aggressive chemotherapy and hair loss. But with fun wigs to complement her beautiful smile and her joyful spirit, you wouldn't even know it. Now that her battle with cancer is coming to an end, she wants to motivate more women to learn about their risk for breast cancer.
Being informed is really the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself. It's knowing your family history, considering genetic testing if you're a candidate for that.
We should note that Harris goes in for her last treatment this month, and we could not be more excited for her.
And get this, she continues to participate in clinical trials so that breast cancer research will advance. What an inspiring story there, and a smile on her face every single moment we saw her in your story there.
So much joy during that challenging time.